hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about another topic that I feel like is important. So if you want to start really focusing on dressing and stuff like that in fashion, it's really important to know your body shape. Typically there's about I believe like 5 types of body shape. I'm going to put a picture here, but I'm also going to kind of discuss them. So we typically have the triangle, we have the inverted triangle, rectangle, oval, hourglass. And then if you really want to go into health, because different body types, sometimes, you can lose weight differently and tone your body differently. You have ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. We don't really need to know that for this particular for this particular video. So the triangle is typically somebody who is smaller up top and wider at the bottom. The inverted triangle is somebody who has like broader shoulders and their like legs are longer and thinner at the bottom. The rectangle is somebody who's just like kind of rectangle all over. The oval is somebody who's kind of rounder. It looks like in the belly area and stuff like that. And then we have the hourglass, which I feel is kind of me, but my body is kind of shapely. So yeah. So why is it important to know your body shape? One of the things that it helps with is shopping. A lot of people in the world, which I didn't know, I was like, I love shopping. Shopping is fun and it's easy. What's a big deal? But there's people in the world that just get overwhelmed when it comes to shopping. Like they go to stores and they're just like overwhelmed. They don't know what to get. They don't know what to wear. And they're like, I don't know what works on my body. So it's really important. It helps with efficient shopping. So you can easily go somewhere and look at something and this has been over the past couple of years, I've kind of narrowed down what looks good on my body. So each time I pick things, I'm able to just go to the store and pick it out and we're going. Sometimes I don't even go to the fitting room because I kind of know. Another thing that I like was that once you know your silhouette or your body shape, you know what's flattering. So you're not like, this is why some celebrities are always on point with their outfits, because some of their stylists know their body exactly. They know their measurements. They have worked with them over time and they know what works for them. So every time they nail it. So that's something that I like. That's consistent. It's consistent that you're always going to look good in whatever you're wearing because they've figured down your whole body on what works for it. I would recommend like getting naked in front of a mirror and just seeing your body and kind of, or sometimes you could even take a picture within like I want to say like a swimsuit, because I don't know if you want to carry your naked picture around, but you could do that and just figure out how your body looks and try to figure out through, trial and error and see what works for it. So that's really important. Another thing is a positive self-image, they say. So with positive self-image, it's like, how I say that when something looks good on you, when you know your body shape and when you know your sizes and all that, everything just looks put together and people are just going to give you compliments left and right because you're like, girl, you got it. Like, wow, that looks amazing on you. And they're not like caught up in like, oh, is she wearing the wrong size? Oh my gosh, that does not look good for her body, blah, 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 blah. It really makes everything just look so good. And you're just going to get like compliments everywhere. Another thing is balance. Sometimes, for example, if you have broader shoulders like me, sometimes putting something with like shoulder pads or wearing something that has the biggest poofy sleeves can really make you look like, this. And, versus wearing something that's a little more, lighter like this, it's not really like giving like broad shoulders. So it's really helpful to know that because in the long run, you're just going to be proportioned really well. So like if you have longer legs and you have a bigger top body, sometimes wearing like an A-line skirt and taking like a belt and snatching in your waist really balances that out. So one thing is not bigger than the other. Typically, I want to say like I'm bigger all over, but I'm also very shapely. So whenever I put things on, I just know that, for example, a belt is always going to do it for me because it works really well for snatching in my waist. If I wear anything that goes out that's a dress, it always makes me look very well put together. And like certain skirts that are long and are out are always working out for me because I'm hourglass. I'm also not bigger up here like bust wise. So I can easily get away with certain things that are like V-necks, like a low V-neck blouses. If I wear something that's higher neck and it kind of like you tie it and it has like really puffy sleeves, it makes me look bulky up top. So I try to avoid those kinds of blouses and stuff like that. So yeah, so I feel like this video is really important because it's the foundation. It's to be fashionable, to look good, to look put together, you need to focus on the foundations first, knowing your size, knowing what looks good on your body shape, knowing your proportions. And sometimes, just look in the mirror and you figure out like, okay. And also sometimes when you know your body shape and you know all this other stuff, you know what works for your body, and you know maybe things that you're insecure about. So sometimes you can cover those things that bother you. For example, I have bigger arms. My arms have always been one of my biggest insecurities. So when I dress it, I try to keep things that are kind of like, they show my arm, but only to a certain point. Either I do here or I go all the way down where I cover up to here. And that really helps. But I'm not saying that you have to be uncomfortable with your body. That's not my point. It's just about figuring like, okay, is there something that just really makes you feel some kind of way and you don't want to, deal with it. So you just kind of find a way to disguise a little bit. And especially if you're going like to be in large crowds where you're just going to feel so, insecure, you can just like say, oh, I'll put a cardigan on top of this dress or whatever. And it helps. So in the long run, just knowing your body shape really, really plays a role.